So playing around with my Panama Loco Royale. This is a fun little amp from Panama Guitars. If you're not familiar with this company, check them out. I'm not affiliated with them, I just like their amps. I have like 4 of them. Mainly because they're really cool. Some of them hand wired, like this Marauder. Made, I believe, mostly by hand by craftsmen in Panama, and designed uniquely by the engineers down there. So this amp right here is a bit of a hybrid of their Loco Royale, of their Loco, which they made into a Royale by actually adding in 2 8-inch speakers and giving it this really beautiful cabinet, which is exotic wood. I can't remember the wood name right now, but it's gorgeous, great grain, very unique, wraparound cloth all the way. Just a really beautiful design. I actually got this, I thought it would look great sitting in my living room, kind of as both a piece of furniture that's attractive with the rest of the room, and also I can plug in whenever I want. So brought it up here to do a demo. Right now I'm running in 7-watt mode. It's a 715 amp. I have the volume at about 3 o'clock on the clock. I have the tone at 1 and I have the gain at 1. And I was playing through a Sur guitar with the ML60 pickups. I'm in the neck position. Volume is all the way up, tone is at 8, and the blend pot is not blended right now. So as you can hear, lovely amp. 8-inch speakers, of course, are not going to be as full body as a 12-inch. These are, of course, in that category, but it still gets a lot of body, and as you can hear, we're getting some nice breakup from the gain stage in the amp. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the gain up right now to about 3 o'clock. You're going to hear a little bit more hiss. This is an all-tube amp. So we're at 3 o'clock on the gain. Let's just hear some chords. Still in that same position on the guitar. Switching to the bridge position right there. I'll turn it all the way up, which is not normally how I run it. I'm not a high gain guy, but just so you can hear what it can do. Turn off the reverb. I'm just running an Electro Harmonix Holy Grail. Just so you can hear the amp in the other voicing, there are 2 voicing switches, so I'll leave the gain all the way up and you're going to hear the voicing change here, hopefully. Lots of great breakup. It feels authentic. It feels like saturated tubes, warm. But at the same time, it's 8-inch. Wow, pretty good for an 8-inch set of speakers. Panama makes their own speakers. They do a really nice job on those. I believe a lot of them are modeled after Celestians. I'm not exactly sure what this one's modeled after. I'm going to turn the gain down, but leave that voicing switch on, putting her back to 3 o'clock, and just let you hear some stuff there. So to hear the difference, let's go ahead and flip it off. So that was right there. Let's go back to the first gain stage. So a little bit less gain, a little brighter, a little less body. There's back to that second voicing, a lot more crunchy to my ears. I'll go back to the 1 o'clock position on the gain, and we'll go ahead and listen to the first voicing. Second voicing. Really nice, still pretty gainy at that point, so probably for my taste I would probably roll that back to just about 11:30. I'm getting a little out of tune there, but you get the idea. Really beautiful sounding. Now I'm going to pause while I tune. Alright, we're all tuned up, and what I've also done is plugged the external speaker out into my top hat, which happens to have a vintage Celestion 30-12-inch speaker in it. The nice thing about this is we're going to add a lot of body by doing this. We're also going to, seemingly to my ears, we cut the volume of the cabinet speakers in half and take that volume down here, and it just adds a ton of body and warmth. So basically the same configuration right now. So because we've shared that low, we're not getting as much gain and not as much crunch. So I'm just going to turn that up to about 1 o'clock. Sparkle and bottom end. So that warms up quite nicely by adding in that 12-inch speaker. I really like playing this with this setup. Now, of course, this is going to add a lot more when you turn up the gain, so let's put the gain about 230, and you can hear it here. That's the neck pickup bridge. on the gain. So it's warm, it's saturated, it's a beautiful tone. I'm going to go ahead and flip up to the 15 watts mode. Up till now we've been running in the 7 watts, which is great, but we're going to get a little bit more beef out of this. Here we go. So this amp has a lot going for it. For my taste, in summary, I would say I like it a lot better with the 12, but if you needed to take this to a club and play with just the 8-inch speakers, you would be in good shape. If you have sound reinforcement, you'd have plenty of volume. But if you really want to get that thicker, warmer tone, I bring along a 12-inch extension cab, and you can have even more fun that way. So in closing,